Back here at the ACC tip-off event in Charlotte, one of the biggest personalities in the Atlantic Coast Conference is joining us now on the David Glenn Show here on the North Carolina Sports Network. DJ Burns Jr. of the NC State Wolfpack. He was the Big South Player of the Year 2 years ago at Winthrop, and obviously had a huge immediate impact on the Wolfpack as the Pack went to the NCAA tournament a year ago. DJ, welcome to the David Glenn Show. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
It's great to have you. We're excited to chat with you. You look great.
Thank you.
So I know you might not want to put a number on it, but give us an idea of like when you were your biggest, what might that number have been like? And what did you do to be this more slim version of yourself?
Yes, sir. That number was definitely closer to 300 than I would have liked it to be. But just cutting out things like minimizing all bread intake. I haven't drunk a soda since my season ended last year after that tournament.
Wow.
And just doing everything that I can to make sure that I'm working out. I've been in the gym so much more than any year I've ever played basketball. And just making sure that it's more focused on things that we need to be successful.
I have covered this league, believe it or not, for 37 years. And you have this infectious personality that we don't see all that often. Does it come from mom, dad, family? Were you that way at like 6 and 8 and 10, or did you kind of come out of your shell a little bit as an older guy?
I would say I am a spitting image of my mother. She is the most outgoing person I know and one of the brightest personalities, and I naturally just picked up on that living with her every day. You're going to pick up a personality. My sister's the same way.
Kevin Keats says that you might be the mayor of Raleigh, North Carolina by the time this is all done. Share just how obviously there's a basketball element to your time in Raleigh, but it feels like there's just this human element where a whole community has embraced you as a person, even as they love watching you as a basketball player.
Right. I mean, I think that when people can see that you're being yourself and it's not something that's forced for a camera or for an image, I think that it's easier to gravitate towards. And I just try to be myself. I don't go into it thinking I'm going to be this tough guy or I'm going to try to be this cool kid. I just go into it like I'm going to show my personality, and whatever happens, happens, and it's worked out for me so far.
I've seen you talk to those little kids before a game or after a game or whatever, and you seem to be like a guy that even non-Wolfpack fans might root for. When you visit opposing courts, are they mostly nice to you, or do they give you the same hard time that they give everybody else?
From my experience, most of the fans, they always come up to me and they're like, you know, we hate your school, but we love you. And before the game, I guess that's their way of like nicely distracting me. They're like asked to take pictures and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I'm like, you would think that we were playing at PNC the way they treat me there. So it's been all love.
Basketball skill, big personality, and I've read back in the day, I don't know now, but musical skill, right? Tuba, piano, saxophone, and the stand-up bass?
Yes, sir.
Is that still a part of your world, or is that mostly high school stuff?
I can still pull out some piano and some saxophone, but I never actually bought like my own bass. I had the one from the school. So once I got to high school, once I finished high school, that was pretty much over with. But as far as everything else, I can still play a little bit. Yes, sir.
7 incoming transfers. Do you have a sense yet who looks most ready to help the Wolfpack the way you were ready right away a year ago?
Really all of them. I really like Ben and Mo, the two new bigs, and Jaden Taylor. Those guys, they're going to come in and they're going to give that consistent effort every time. They're going to work hard, and they made me better. And, you know, I feel like that's the dynamic that we really needed. Someone that can come in and push everyone. Everyone is able to push each other now. And I want to say Cam Woods. That's who I'm most excited to see this year, but we're still pending.
Waiting for the NCAA waiver. He's talking about North Carolina A&T transfer.
Yeah,
Cam Woods, who's waiting for an immediate eligibility transfer. We're not sure about that one yet. And when he says Ben and Mo, you got to help me make sure I get these right. That's Ben Middlebrooks,
yes,
formerly of Clemson, and is it Mo Diarra?
Yes,
is that how to pronounce it?
For sure.
Phenomenal junior college guy a couple years ago who came from SEC country. So crazy part of your bio. Maybe you've gotten this question today, maybe not. When I first saw you in like 2018, the top players in the state of South Carolina were, get this, Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, and DJ Burns Jr.
Yes, sir.
Did you play with those guys, travel against those guys? Did you get to know them? Are they friends of yours? Obviously, they're both, you know, in the big bucks world of the NBA right now.
Yeah, I wasn't around Ja too much, but Zion, I played him twice, and we played similar circuits, so I was always around them, but we weren't. I wouldn't say we know each other personally, but we know of each other.
You got to experience the NCAA tournament last year. It seems like every young basketball player's dream. I know it didn't end the way you wanted, but how do you describe just kind of that cherry on the top of a really good season last year?
It was phenomenal. Everything I wanted and could have asked for. I've been a few times, but the first time I wasn't a player, I was a red shirt. The second time, the second 2 times, it was impacted by COVID, so we missed 1 year, and then we didn't. Everything was too restricted this year, the second year. So this year, it was definitely everything I could have asked for. You got to experience it with the full scope of things. It was amazing.
As a dad myself, I have a feeling that both your mom and your dad raised you to be this very respectful guy. Like, I'd be proud if I was your dad, just how you interact with people. I wonder, can you be nice to referees in a way that gets you the occasional call? Because Coach Keith says DJ doesn't get the calls down low, DJ doesn't get the calls on the perimeter.
Yeah.
Now you're also working on not reaching and stuff like that, so it all goes together, but just you seem like you smile at the refs too most of the time, unless it's a bad call.
Yes, sir. I'm a pretty easy guy to get along with. Sometimes I do get frustrated, but I try not to take that out on them. They have a lot going on. They have a lot to be looking for all at the same time. And there wouldn't be 3 of them if it was an easy job to just take care of. So I definitely understand, but it can be frustrating a little. But they do their best, and we definitely have the ultimate respect for them.
NC State big fella, DJ Burns Jr. is joining us on the David Glenn Show. How do you outline your goals for the season? I mean, everybody wants to win like an ACC title or national title, get back to the NCAA tournament. How do you sort of just frame that?
I align my goals with my work. Everything that I do is goal oriented, what I want to get out of it, and what positions I can put ourselves in to help our team win, and that's how we line it up. Everything that we do is leading up to being able to win every single game that we're in, and not just saying we want an ACC championship. We want to win every single day.
I admire your story. I appreciate you stopping by here at the David Glenn Show. Go ahead and give one more Wolfpack signal,
yes, sir.
and we'll send him into
baby.
his senior season. Thanks, DJ.
You know it.